the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the New York Knicks in New York. Last outing for New York, they ended up with a win against the Magic at Amway Center. They're in the bottom half of the conference, but have to look at this game as a winnable one. Up against a team in the middle of the standings. We'll see how they do. You know who I'm looking forward to watching tonight?
I would not know.
How about C.J. McCollum?
Okay.
Low-rated high school recruit. Comes out of a small college.
True.
But Shaq, this guy can flat out play.
Man, great young combo guard. Offensively, he can do it all, Ernie.
He's a very tricky defender, meaning he's got long arms. He's able to reach in when you don't think he's able to get to basketballs. Dangerous on and off the ball.
You guys fun to watch, and that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Knicks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season. Tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, undisputedly, Damian Lillard is the leader of this Blazers team. Now, Yusuf Nurkic said, he's the best thing that's happened to me. To have a superstar in this league as a leader, a friend, and a teammate, it makes me better. Kevin?
LDA, you can't get much higher praise than that. Thanks. Tonight, two teams that like to slow it down a little bit, playing that half-court ball. Brent, we don't get to see that as often as we kind of have in the past.
Well, and that's okay, Kevin, because coaches who have a roster that's full of guys who they feel like physically can take advantage of defenses wearing down, or they're looking at their opponent as somebody who's not really patient defensively and wants to play through a 24-second possession. Then if you slow it down, you might have more opportunities for post-ups, cuts, and late baskets because of defensive breakdown.
Coaches knowing what they've got to work with.
Well, you got to know your personnel.
Yep. Passes it to Collins. To the right side. 5 on the clock. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Collins passes to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
Hardaway's checked in for the Knicks. Lillard left side. He kicks to McCollum. Clock at 6. The 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, he's one of the league's more dangerous deep shooters. McCollum hits a high percentage of threes when he's in sync.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Collins is the 4 with Nurkic in the middle. And it's Turner in at the small forward. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's not going to go for him. So New York will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time, guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight, they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
And Portland has possession following the score by New York.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. To the left wing. Fades and shoots. Porzingis can't hit.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. They need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
The pass to McCollum. Nurkic against Cantor. Nurkic can't hit.
Just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
To the middle, stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And the CJ, such an effective two-guard, not just a shooter and a great shooter at that, but a capable passer when his teammates are open.
Here's Ntilikina. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando. Now here's Porzingis. 6 to shoot. That one goes in.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Over Hardaway. Knicks with the rebound.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Cullen passes to Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Zach Collins, the Gonzaga product, one that the Blazers moved up in the draft to acquire because they just felt he would be optimal in this kind of offense, especially playing alongside dynamic guards. And they brought him along slowly last year, and towards the end of the season showed great potential.
That free throw, no good. And with most players his size, it'll take some time. This team knows to be patient with Collins.
Yeah, 7-footer with the ability to shoot the ball. He's got to have some confidence in his role, which last year came along very slowly. The one thing that I've seen from Zach Collins, though, in his rookie campaign is he's not afraid of anything. Great moments in the playoffs and stepped up to compete.
We've already seen a few players make, Brent, a big leap over last year. Their hard work is really paying off.
The interesting thing over the past few years is just how intricate the off-season training is for players. And this is why I think the evolution of the game feels like it's been sped up. So many specialized coaches, so much time that guys want to work on facets of their game that are opening up opportunities. And with so much space that's on the floor for guys, we get to see those skill sets a little bit more often on a nightly basis. Awesome to see that players continue to strive to maximize their potential.
I agree. Now Cantor, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Cantor kicks to Thomas. Back to Cantor. Out to Hardaway. From deep three-point range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Golden State. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers. They're down there in the 10th spot.
And when you look at Portland, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they've suffered some sort of regression, and it has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings.
Here's Ntilikina after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Ntilikina passes to Hardaway. New York keeps it going. A new 24-second clock. Pass to Ntilikina. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Here's Cantor. And the rejection by Collins. Inside. Sweet little floater.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Here's Ntilikina. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now, here's Thomas. They trail by 3. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, Porzingis read that extremely well. He recognized right away he was going to get that shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And the intangibles of Lance Thomas, he's really pretty much an effort guy and team first with his attitude. He has been the team captain before, and some of the younger guys can learn a lot from the approach that Lance Thomas brings on a daily basis.
Now here's Lillard. He had 25 points last game. Back to Nurkic. Shoots over Cantor. Nurkic can't hit. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. Thomas passes to Ntilikina. Kicks to Cantor. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Washington.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Hezonja comes in for Thomas. And it's Burke in for Ntilikina. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Harkless has checked in. Nurkic with the steal. And here they come. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, this last month he's been positively spectacular. 7th in assists, 8th in free throw shooting, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. The first free throw is good. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league, sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job,
right,
because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
It's stolen by Curry. Here's McCollum. That shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. Now here's Burke, guarded by Curry. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Passes it to Hezonja. It's stolen by Stauskas. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. To the inside. There's Hezonja. And finish off by Hezonja.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers.
Now here's Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And talking about the Knicks last year, definitely one of the bigger teams in the NBA.
Interesting to look down at their scoring last year, as their top 4 scorers were either centers or forwards. And that's a little bit unusual in today's game, where most of the impact's coming from your point guard or a wing player. Not the case for the Knicks, so they're looking for some backcourt help.
The first free throw is good.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
Leonard hits them both.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trail Blazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
When you talked about a back and forth game, this is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
A three-pointer off the mark. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Oh, McCollum in position, and McCollum with the slam.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. And that one's good. Burke.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA, where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's McCollum. Against Washington, he was really on his game. And it's Leonard missing. Outside, Porzingis. Count it. Porzingis has got 14.
The horn on the unicorn is sharp tonight.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They trail by 1. Here's Stauskas. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Here's Baker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it out to McCollum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 3-point Portland lead. New York's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Burke finds Porzingis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Moutier, he's checked in for Trey Burke.
One shot.
Well, the talent for Porzingis is off the charts, and the 7'3" Latvian has some incredible post moves, a lethal jumper. Just keep pushing his talent envelope.
Now McCollum, he's got 12. From deep three-point range, a big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for New York. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Enes Kanter traded to the Knicks in 2017, said he was thrilled to go and play in New York.
Man, it's just like dream come true. I'm going to New York. Because like for every player, man, you just want to come to New York. It's a big city, a lot of people, crazy fans. And I mean, of course, the most famous arena in the world. And I was definitely so happy.
That's a great place to play, the Mecca.
And they're hungry for a winner. I think Kanter's willingness to mix it up and challenge opposing teams has endeared him to the fans.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
Moutier and Lee make up the backcourt. Inside, it's Porzingis and Kanter. And it's Hezonja in at the 3 slot. They're the group New York will start the second with. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know that there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from McCollum.
How about CJ's focus on that play? The defense right up in his face, keeps his eyes on target, and buries it.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Kerr. Stolen by McCollum, all alone.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
Now here's Porzingis. 32 points for him last game against Orlando.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around.
So it's the Knicks now. Kanter, the pass to Hezonja. Moutier kicks to Lee. 5 to shoot. Kanter. New York needs to get off a shot. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Kanter. Moutier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Portland trailing here. Pass to McCollum. Now here's Harkless. Back to McCollum. And, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Lee kicks to Hezonja. And again, it's New York.
Lee does a great job of sticking with it and then finding a teammate.
Trailblazers trail by 4. The pass to Leonard. McCollum outside. Back to Leonard. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
And New York making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Zach Collins comes in for Stauskas. Now here's Curry. An 11-point game for him in the win against Washington. Harkless kicks to Curry. It's stolen by Moutier. for the finish, and Moutier throws it down.
When the fast break opportunity presents itself to Moutier, he really explodes down the court, getting an easy look at the basket there, thanks to his hustle.
Here's Harkless. Back to McCollum, just 5 to shoot. Will it go? Nurkic kicks to Curry. McCollum against Lee. McCollum dishes to Harkless. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
That's a great move. He felt the defense closing in, extended the arm, and a quick finger roll.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Thomas. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Oh, that's tough right there. Lance Thomas taking the hit.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that will be the 5th game of this 6-game road trip. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porzingis. He said playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin, we'll see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Knicks. Portland also making some changes. Turner comes in for Maurice Harkless, and Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Hardaway kicks to Thomas. Back to Hardaway. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the 3, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Lets the 3 fly, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry, how last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here, because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Mudiay with the basket. Moutier's got 7 points here in this quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Mudiay, covered by Lillard. Here's Porzingis. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. 19 points for Porzingis.
You got to stay in front of Porzingis, especially when he rolls out of the pick and roll. Even though that's not a guarantee, you're going to stop it.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Nurkic against Porzingis. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Portland with the rebound. Outside Turner. He kicks to Curry. Back to Turner. Feeds to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
Moutier looking around. Down low, Porzingis. Back to Moutier. And the shot is good. Moutier's got 9 points in the quarter. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Curry taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Drills it from outside.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Obviously, Damian Lillard is the type of player who can carry an offense, ball in his hands at all times, and he can pick and choose where it is that he wants to spot up on the floor, manipulate a pick and roll, and just start to get devastating in terms of getting to the rim and mixing up some coverages for the defense.
A different look for New York. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Lee, and it's Burke in for Moutier. Now here's Burke. Not a lot of room. Over Collins. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And with Lillard, as you said, almost 20 shots a game for him the past few seasons.
Well, that's near the top of the list amongst point guards and usage rate, but I don't think Damian Lillard minds it all that much. A lot of his shots are three-pointers, and a lot of those threes are pretty deep, Kevin. You couple that shooting ability with the ability he has to create, and the offense starts to find its way into a good rhythm.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Burke with the ball for the Knicks. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Nurkic. Porzingis can't hit. Portland leading. Here's Turner. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Washington.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Clock is at 3. Here's Curry. And again, it's Portland converting. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. New York, no good that time either.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Hardaway has got his first points in this one.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Curry finds Lillard. Now here's Nurkic. Turner looking around. Back to Nurkic. Over Hardaway. And it falls over the rim and in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Passes to Thomas. Back to Burke. Over Lillard. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. Here's Lillard. He's got 15. 1:02 left in the second quarter. And again, it's Portland converting.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Knicks trail by 6. Burke with it. He's got 6. Kicks it to Thomas. Outside Hardaway. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Inside, stolen by Collins. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Lillard outside. Outside Curry. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And another turnover here by New York. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Please, a hand at home for them. Clapping for yourselves. Oh. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, when Damian Lillard gets hot, it's not like most guys. He gets in a can't-miss zone where he completely carries his team. And on the other side, there's really no defense adjustment that you can really do to counter that.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to New York City. Some street art on the wall of the Canal Street subway station in Soho, south of Houston, just down the way from us. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Ntilikina. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland. At the 2, it's McCollum with Turner at the 3. Collins is the 4 with Nurkic in the middle. And it's Lillard in at the point. Here's McCollum following the score by New York. Nurkic in the post. He's covered by Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. That 3 off the mark.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Knicks trail by 4. Well, a lot to love about the Blazers' 2017-18 season, but it ended on a very sour note.
Well, they were a surprise third team in the West last year. It was so tightly grouped. Things shook out for Portland to end up with home court advantage, but eventually swept out of the playoffs by a Pelican team that just played at breakneck speed. So getting swept is really hard for the Blazers. They did a lot of good things last year, developed Zach Collins in the later part of the season. But we'll see this year if they make some changes in order to have something more dynamic that they can offer up.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. The dish to Thomas. Pass to Cantor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Turner.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands, and the strength to create space.
That's good from Kanter. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
And Kanter drops them both.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Now the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, you got to recognize how dangerous a scorer this young player is. McCollum gets in rhythm and stays there.
Now here's Porzingis. 23 points in the game. Over Collins. Porzingis can't hit. Portland leading by 5. It's Turner, high post. Thomas is there. Turner passes to Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. Collins against Porzingis. And a wide open look for McCollum. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Ntilikina. Some solid defense from Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The feed now to Nurkic. Unloads. Lillard outside. Goes up from the top of the key. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Ntilikina. Kanter kicks to Ntilikina. Shoots over Lillard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Ntilikina's got his second basket of the night.
And that's all you can do. Tip your cap to Ntilikina, a hard guy to frustrate.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot off. So New York will take it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
And not many players at that position, as explosive as he is in a close game, just rose up to the challenge.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Lance Thomas. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Portland. Porzingis making his return after ACL surgery last season.
It's just nice to see him back. I mean, you remember that injury just took the wind out of the Knicks and their fans. However, it set their direction as they took a more long-term developmental approach.
First one falls for him.
The one thing about Porzingis last year that we saw with the departure of Carmelo Anthony is, could you lean on Porzingis to shoulder the offensive load? He was phenomenal in that role last year before the injury. So out on the perimeter, above the rim, finishing off breaks, he's capable.
And he makes both free throws. And talking about Porzingis, what really separates him as a scorer, Brent, is his jump shot.
Well, at 7'3", we always think, man, he should be down on the post or have 2 feet in the paint working on his post-up game. That's not what he's about. He's terrific catching and shooting. He can handle the ball enough to take 1 or 2 dribbles to score at the rim. He's really good on the right side of the floor, shooting over the top at the mid-range, and he can overpower defenders. So all of the offensive skills are there.
And so it's New York with it after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Now here's Moutier. Turner covering. Goes up to the stripe. Moutier, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 4. Turner finds Lillard. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Cantor. Feeds it to Lee. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And the dunk by Porzingis.
More and more as Porzingis is playing these minutes and has these scoring opportunities, he's dealing with the contact much better.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Zach Collins. And Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Turner.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year, with the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Ntilikina. 2 points. That one goes. Ntilikina's got 8. Trailblazers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. McCollum left side. Here's Leonard. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
The Knicks have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Knicks. Ron Baker comes in for Ntilikina. And a switch here also for Portland. Curry's checked in. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Last season, the Blazers were at a bit of a crossroads, wondering if they should start over and make some major changes. Some rumblings at the trade deadline of maybe one of their diminutive guard positions might have been on the move, but they stayed with the group. Terry Stotts did a remarkable job and made some slight changes to the game plan and got them to the 3rd seed.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. Leonard, no luck. With the core of Lillard and McCollum, not easy to break that up.
Well, as bad as the first round might have been for the Blazers last year in terms of getting swept, it's very unique to have that kind of skill in the backcourt and hard to give up on. It's a team that won 13 straight in 2018. So the talent is there. It's just about the pieces and establishing a new chemistry with those pieces that'll be imperative for the Blazers.
And here's Leonard. Following Porzingis' three. Stolen away. Here's Baker. He is guarded by McCollum. Baker passes to Moutier. Outside, Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
And the Knicks making a change here. Burks is checked in.
One shot on the lane.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Curry kicks to Leonard. He dishes it to McCollum. And stolen by Burke. And a fast break now for New York. Here's the floater. And the layup is up and in. Burke's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
But he also has that innate ability to just create enough separation. It's a nice move.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's not a secret that the strength of this ball club is in the backcourt. Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, these are one of the better pairings in the league in terms of their scoring, playmaking, and devastation that they can provide on the offensive end. Unfortunately, it has not gotten them to the point where they've gotten enough complementary players to go as far as they would like in the postseason.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Outside, Porzingis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Knicks haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. That free throw good from Porzingis.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
Now here's Harkless. He feeds it to Leonard. Dishes it to McCollum. He gets that one. McCollum's got 29 in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Porzingis finds Hazonia. Back to Porzingis. Over Harkless. Nice shot by Porzingis.
It's nice to see Porzingis just staying within himself. The more challenges he gets defensively, he's still sticking with the game plan offensively.
McCollum, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the foul called on Myers-Leonard. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and then came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And from McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game, even after coming into the league so polished. And how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
Now here's Leonard. He averages about 5 points a game.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Here's Burke. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Burke's got 11 points.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Now here's Curry. McCollum right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And he can't get the first one. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And he's good on the second. You look at the Knicks free agent signings, Brent, haven't been so great over the past few seasons.
Yeah, a lot of that's been due to major injuries. When you sign veteran guys and you're in a situation where you're hoping to win now or get to the playoffs, there's a risk that comes with that. So that cap management for the Knicks, it's been a tricky game and one they've come up on the short end on.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, down by 12. McCollum with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 6 points for Leonard.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. Porzingis has got 45 points.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Hardaway against McCollum. Here's Stauskas. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Stauskas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, he didn't need to add the spice, but I like it spicy.
And here is Burke. He's got 11. Here's Porzingis. Plays it up off the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Knicks.
He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
Burke kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time, no doubt about that one.
Now here's McCollum. Curry from deep three-point land. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's New York, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Trailblazers trail by 14. Hezonja is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis, and it's Burke in at the one. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Drills the three-pointer. 33 points for C.J. McCollum.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Thomas kicks to Porzingis. And Curry pulls it down. The Trailblazers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Pass to Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Here's Burke. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Curry on the wing. Guarded by Porzingis. Curry finds Leonard. And that one, good.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
Lasagna, the pass to Porzingis. To the middle, Harkless with the steal. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Frank Ntilikina checked in for Trey Burke. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Myers Leonard. Zach Collins comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Seth Curry. Trailblazers trail by 11. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. McCollum, no good. New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Ntilikina. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. A floater. Rebounded by McCollum.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Lee's checked in. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Portland no good that time either.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Blazers ball.
Trailblazers trail by 11. In the corner, Collins with it. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Lillard's got 24 points. Here's Ntilikina. Passes it to Porzingis. And good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
One shot, time remaining.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Well, last season, a strong one for the Portland Trailblazers. Actually came out on top of the Northwest Division.
Yep, snuck all the way up to that 3rd seed with the tight grouping in the Western Conference. And 4 teams in the division made the playoffs last year. 5 were in the race. Certainly was one of the toughest divisions in the league, and the Blazers ended up on top.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Lillard surveying the D. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Just 4 to shoot.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Solid passer for a two-guard. Tim Hardaway Jr. is all about doing what's best for his team.
And Frank Ntilikina, you know, Brent, he has shown tremendous promise, but also has all the usual growing pains of a young player.
Well, entered the league at just 19 years of age, and a lot of questions about the level of competition in France before it is that Frank made his way over to the Big Apple. But he's a very versatile defender and showed some great flashes last year of lateral quickness, good length, and, of course, great instinct on that end of the floor.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happened.
Yeah. Lillard attacking.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
The Knicks leading by 13. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Hardaway. From the arc, Cantor trying to free himself up, and Cantor able to finish. And the Knicks lead by 15.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. The three from McCollum. The Knicks pull it in. Porzingis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. That shot wide open.
Well, that's a rhythm shot, and when Tim Hardaway Jr. finds that kind of rhythm, he becomes a much more solid offensive option.
Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic. Count it. Good. Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Collins. Here's Ntilikina. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Lee with the steal. Here's Ntilikina. Over in the corner, Lee. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 15. Outside Turner kicks it to McCollum. No good from outside.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
To the inside, Ntilikina. Back to Lee. New York moving it around. Hardaway, no good.
It has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, play him to take the drive, and you're backing up. He's good enough to stop right there and pull up for the easy jumper.
Porzingis finds Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Hardaway against Turner. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway, no good.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Nobody near Lillard. They get it back. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Collins. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
Thomas checked in for New York. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And the Knicks with possession here. It's a 10-point game. Lee passes to Ntilikina. Up top, Kanter. He's guarded by Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. To stop the drought. Ntilikina can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 10. And Turner kicks to McCollum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. McCollum's got 38 points.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor, and I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
Now here's Kanter, and the shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 10.
Well, this is the area where Kanter can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
To the inside, here's McCollum. And that's good. Lead pass to get it done. McCollum's got 10 points in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lee finds Kanter. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lillard misses.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Turner with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. It's tipped. Stolen by Kanter. Here's Baker. Turner covering. Baker passes to Ntilikina. He kicks it to Lee. Pass to Baker. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Lee. Shoots over Lillard. New York, no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 8. Turner passes to Nurkic. Back to Turner. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got 6 rebounds here tonight. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Porzingis. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Knicks head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Following the missed shot by Nurkic. Bucket is good. Ntilikina's got 8 points in the quarter.
Not allowing the defense to bother him. When Ntilikina is near the rim, he's really good at keeping his composure.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And you know, Ron Baker, a guy who always seems, Brent, to be fighting for a roster spot.
Man, a walk-on in college, went undrafted, but then really had a great summer league and steadily improving his game. That's the amazing thing, that it, at his age, adds something to his game every offseason, and those instincts, both on the floor and off, have given him an opportunity in the NBA.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And this has been an area of great improvement for him. McCollum shot under 70% at the line in each of his first 2 seasons, but really picked up his pace since then.
And so McCollum nails both of them. 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Nurkic. McCollum against Lee. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cantor. Portland grabs the miss. McCollum outside. Over in the corner, Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Portland.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Here's Ntilikina. Covered by Lillard. Ntilikina kicks to Lee. Knocks down the 10-footer. And the Knicks lead by 11.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 10. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard from outside. Robinson pulls it in. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for New York. 10-point lead. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time